with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So today was my 11-year anniversary. Boy, time goes fast. It feels like only the other day I was organising our 10-year anniversary, and I had planned to just fucking ride that one out for the next 10 years. But, I mean, I got a pretty special wife, so I need to do something for her. I miss her birthday every year. I miss Valentine's Day. I ditch everything else, so I kind of think, wedding anniversary, you've been able to stick with me for another year. You deserve something. So when I was in Perth, I got a nice emerald diamond ring. I pretended to pay for it out of ticket sales. It wasn't quite like that, but I didn't pay for it out of ticket sales. I can tell you that right fucking now, but it was nice. It's a real fucking nice ring. I think I felt guilty just sitting there in a hotel in Perth for 9 fucking days while she was at home looking after the kids, working full time and fucking juggling everything. I was like, all right, it's ring time. And plus, the only ring she has is the ring I gave her for our wedding. And over the years, diamonds have grown. People are spending a lot of fucking money on diamonds these days. So when she puts her hand next to anyone who's been married in the last 5 years, the diamond doesn't look the biggest. It's still a beautiful diamond. It's still cost many African lives to dig up, but it does look small. And I thought, just get her another fucking ring. Just get her another ring. She actually wanted something green, so I got this nice emerald fucking diamond thing. It wasn't exorbitant, but it was like a decently priced ring. Anyway, that was her gift, and I got a letter. I got a real weird one. I got a letter that she wrote me for my 40th birthday that she forgot to give me, and then she gave me, and then I read the letter, and in my 40th birthday letter, she's like, I've got you a present, and the present for my 40th was going to be, I will go to the Himalayas and spend a week at Jetsumna Tenzin Palmo, you know, that Buddhist lady that I always talk about. I was going to spend a week with her while I was in India, but that all fell through. So she gave me a letter saying I'm getting a present that I would have loved that I didn't end up getting. And then she was like, it's the thought that counts. And I was like, yeah, it is the thought that counts a little bit, but how would you have felt if I had taken a picture of the ring and gave you the picture of the ring and said, that was the ring I was going to buy you for our 11-year wedding anniversary, and handed it over? Just the picture. Not quite the same, is it? Not quite the fucking same. And I also got breakfast in bed, so I'm not too sure we're on the same level with the anniversary presents, but to be fair, where she lacks in anniversary presents, she makes up everywhere else in our relationship. And where I lack everywhere else in our relationship, I pick up with a decent anniversary present. So I would say we're even. But now I've set a dangerous precedent. This is what I've always wanted to avoid. Setting precedents. Now I've got to do something good next year. Is that what we're talking about? I'm not too sure about that. Anyway, at about 3:30, well, let's say 4 o'clock today, I went down with my old man to watch the UFC at the pub. And about 20 minutes into it, I got this overwhelming sense of doom. And I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was. And then I realized I have to go to work tomorrow. I'm back at work tomorrow. And that's what the sense of doom was about. So it's on. I'm back at fucking work. I'm back waterproofing tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Can you fucking believe that? 6:30 a.m. The good news is I'm only like fucking 12 minutes drive from this new site I'm going to. And the other good news is we finish a little bit earlier. So let's see how it goes. But I'm fucking winding it back up for like 5 weeks and then I'm going to Spain. And I just spoke to my good friend, Sammy T, my man, my high school friend, the one living over in Barcelona. And it turns out I'll be in Barcelona for his 40th birthday. I tell you what, time fucking flies. Since we were fucking like 18, I still think of Sammy as such a close friend. Like I still feel like we're just youngsters trying to fucking make our way in the world. And now we're both 40 and we've both had the shit kicked out of us by life. I still remember him working at the fucking chicken shop in Dramana, like the chicken butcher. And he was saving his money to go to Costa Rica while we were all bending hard. He was also bending hard, but he was also working and saving to travel and do things. And he eventually went to Costa Rica, or Rico, whatever the fucking one is. And since then, I've seen him, let's say, how many times have I seen Sammy? He was 18 when that was going on. So 22 years I've seen him. I was in Spain once and we hung out for a few days and that was great. And then before that, he came to my wedding and he was in India for 2 weeks. And I'm pretty sure he came to Sydney once and I saw him in Melbourne once. So 5 times in like 20 years, 22 years, I've seen this guy who I still consider a very close friend. We basically don't even know each other. It's funny how things work out like that. So, 11 years ago, he was at my wedding and he was there for 2 weeks and we had a fucking great time and it was awesome. So, he was 29 then. Jesus Christ. 29. I was still fucking drinking hard. Hard then. No, actually, I don't think he ever did come to Sydney. I think I just saw him in Melbourne once. So I've seen him like 3 times. So the chicken shop, then sometime in Melbourne, I can't even pinpoint. And then my wedding, and then Spain. Jesus Christ, and this will be like the 4th time. I must have seen him in Melbourne at some point. But you see someone when they're 29, the last time you saw them is 18, and you're like, no, I'll be here. Eventually, we're going to spend some good time together. Don't worry. And I'll come here and you'll go there. And then the next thing you know, 11 years has passed and you've seen each other once in those 11 years. And now you're looking at 22 years. I've only seen this cunt twice in 22 years. And there might be a 3rd time, but there's definitely going to be a 3rd time now because I'm going to Barcelona. But when you start breaking down the math like that, you're sort of like, fuck. What is life and how does it work? It's not like I don't want to see him either. I would love to hang out with this cunt. Anyway, fucking, that's how it all works. You get married, 11 years later, you're fucking buying emerald rings. You're not seeing one of your mates from fucking the chicken shop for 22 years. You're down in the tunnel and you're seeing randos from fucking Algeria and Philippines every single day of your life. It's a mixed up bag. I just don't want this podcast to end tonight because as soon as I fucking finish it, I know I'm closer to work. But I'm going to finish it anyway because I also can't be fucked doing this. Anyway, fucking that'll do for tonight. Ugh, I got work tomorrow. And I'll see you the fuck later.